If Elon Musk was black, it would be Bruce Will.
Every time I heard about insurance, dude, I thought it was some type of pyramid scheme.
It's hard. It's supposed to be hard. That's the barrier of entry. It's supposed to keep the riffraff that don't want it out.
So I was general manager at a car dealership. I failed the test 5 times, dude. Like, I didn't catch a break. I just never broke.
You are your own bank. You sell to create capital.
So at some point, I had over 27 laundromats. That's going. That's real. That's passive. Now what can I do?
As you start doing this, what kind of problems can we anticipate to engage?
I'm not going to use none of my normal money. Zero. Because at that point, that's cheating.
Are going to go help them out. They raise their hand saying, I need help.
You have to work on a block schedule. You have to make sure you sell to build business capital to fund your business.
How do you get to $1 million a month?
If you're not having fun, you don't have a route, number 2. You don't have a goal, number 3. And you don't know how to do 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, step 8, step 9, step 2.
Welcome everyone to the FFL Haven podcast. Mack helping you today. I'll say this: when we talk about folks that are game changers, if Elon Musk was black, it would be Bruce Will. I'm just being real, right? We talk about Elon, and we looked at that Marvel movie, Captain America. When the guy that played Captain America was going to go play Iron Man. The guy that was going to go play Iron Man, when he was going to play that role, you know who he went to go see? Elon Musk. That was who he was modeling his character after. I'm saying that to say Bruce Will is a game changer in that this guy thinks differently. You don't get people like him very often. And we happen to have the chance to have him in this business. He could have chosen any business, but he chose this industry, this company. And so when you're seeing smoke going all around Vegas, California, it is on fire. It's just Bruce Will. So, Bruce, we got a lot of folks that are on. I like to get straight at it.
Let's do it.
We got folks that are brand new. We got folks that are wanting to build big. We're going to get to your story, but Bruce, tell us this, man. Is everyone winning? Is everyone really winning at FFL? And if so, and if not, why? Why?
No.
Why are winners winning, and why are the people not winning, not winning?
There's so many people that is just absolutely not winning at all. And I think, the people that are winning, those are doers. The people that are losing, I'm going to keep it simple, they're don'ters. I mean, guys, this business is so simple. I think the hardest thing about this business is understanding how easy it really is, if that makes sense. So, I mean, answer to your question, Mac, is, bro, a lot of people that are winning here don't even think they're winning. Like, I have an agent right now. He's like totally distraught, but he's at 71 grand through the year in paid commissions. This is month 5. So you're pacing over 225, 230. Coming from a job that you only make 60 grand. But see, the thing is, what he does is he levels himself against people that are doing 4, 5, 6, 7, 800K a year.
Right.
And he doesn't understand that he's already in a better situation. And the only way to go is just up at this point. So a lot of people think they're losing when they're actually winning. And the people that think they're, winning are actually losing. It's just all over the place, man.
Love it. Let's get to your story. I know some folks don't know Bruce Will. That's because, well, you will know. He likes to just speak with action, right? Let's get to your story, Bruce. I know, how did you get to FFL? And for those who don't know who you're talking, this is a guy, he's helping over his agency 1.6 million a month. Best month, he helped over 86 families. and I don't want to steal your thunder, Bruce, but I mean, you failed the test almost 5 times.
5 times.
5 times he failed the
Yeah,
test. So
5 times, bro.
let's have it. I mean, did you come from business? Were you seeking insurance? How did you even get here?
Bro, every time I heard about insurance, dude, I thought it was some type of pyramid scheme. Because for so many years, you get approached at a gas station or a 7-Eleven. Hey, you look pretty sharp, dude. Hey, you want to come work at this place? Prime time American. I don't know. I can't say it, but you know, I've gotten approached for so many years, you know, for some type of insurance opportunity. I always thought it was a pyramid scheme. So when I actually heard about it, and I actually got to actually sit down and hear the actual numbers and actual behind the scenes, action behind insurance, dude, I was all over it. Because there's three things that stuck out. Number one is I know I wanted to grow a nationwide business because I come from the business background and I come from the sales background. But my whole belief process before I started being a business owner was, I want to build a nationwide business. And up to that point, I wasn't able to because I was just opening up certain businesses, around the city that, I grew up in.
And real
So,
quick, what kind of businesses were you in previous? How many businesses had you started up, run? Were you working W-2?
so I did work W-2. I was a general manager at a car dealership. I was a general manager at a car dealership. But as soon as what got me out of the car industry was I started opening up laundromats. And I started opening up laundromats from state to state. So at some point, I had over 27 laundromats. And I said, okay, well, that's going. That's real. That's passive. Now what can I do? I want to open a nationwide business to where I have people everywhere. And dude, insurance came at the right time. I jumped all over it. I felt the test 5 times, dude. Like, bro, I was just relying on, hey man, my intellect is I don't need to study for this crap. Um, I went and got an office. I went and got staff.
Before you even passed the exam.
Before I passed the exam, I already had a staff
Who
and I
does
already
that?
had an office.
Who does that? You already have got a building. What
Right.
motivates you? What vision did you see that you say, you know what, I haven't passed the exam. That I'm going to do that eventually. Go ahead and put money down on an office and go get staff?
Dude, like from all the heavy research that I did and soul searching as well, because I'm a researcher, I'm gonna study, the crap out of anything that I do, and I'm gonna become an expert in it. That's just what I believe in, right? I mean, I don't care what I'm doing. I can even I'm about to buy a new watch. I'm gonna read everything on it, right? Because that's what I do. I'm a researcher. So I believed in the business so much, and I said, okay, I'm about to build a nationwide business. I'm gonna learn how to sell this thing myself, so I can be able to teach all of my agents that I'm bringing on. I'm gonna hire recruiters. I'm gonna hire a contractor, and I'm gonna hire a personal assistant because I knew the next stage of my life coming into this business was about to be really, really busy for the next 2 years. So I think I just more so assumed greatness. And that's what I've always done. You know what I mean? I know, like, guys, in this business, I've failed so many different times. Like a lot of people say, Bruce, you just came in and immediately killed it. Dude, no, I didn't. I didn't just come in and immediately kill it. And I didn't catch a break. I just never broke.
Love it.
I just never broke. And I just kept at it every single day. I wanted it so, so bad. Dude, I worked 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, I know most people are not going to do that. A lot of people say, oh, well, I rather work smart than hard. A lot of people don't understand, Mac, is you only work smart by working hard.
Mm.
You don't get to just work smart when you don't know nothing and haven't done anything.
Right.
So the working hard it comes before working smart. And that's just what I did, man. I just worked hard, put my head down, put everything in place. I assumed greatness. I believe 100% wholeheartedly in myself. And I also understood I was doing this for myself and no one else. And let me tell you a little bit behind that, because this was, I was actually talking about this the other day with Sean. And I just, dude, like, I believe so much in myself. But where that comes from is the seesaw effect, right? And whatever I see now, it came from what I saw. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I saw, it affects my today and what I see. Does that make sense? So
Absolutely.
everything that I've overcome in life in general, I just believe wholeheartedly in myself, and I believe that I have to do it for myself. I can't. And most people say, "Yeah, I got to do this for my family." No, you got to do it for yourself, because if you're doing it for yourself, if you love yourself, it's going to expand on others. It's organically spill onto everyone else.
So you had a big vision of what you could accomplish. Now, people come at this game of insurance with maybe a minimal vision of themselves, and they're going at this, and the results are the results. How do you help those people? Because obviously your success is almost, you had prerequisites almost already set.
Yes, absolutely. Mac, I come across this every single day. A lot of people don't, not to say that they don't believe in themselves, they don't understand their full self, if that makes sense. So, what I like to do with people that are just starting in a business, I give them small tasks. And by giving someone small tasks, that's going to show you how fast they're going to learn, or if they want to learn, if they're going to seek the mentorship. See, everything, I don't call myself an upline, I call myself a mentor, because that's exactly what I am. I mean, that's exactly what I'm. I mentor all of my agents, all of my managers, everyone. That's what I am. I am a mentor. So I give small little tasks. Hey, why don't you do me a favor? I want you to go to this website. I want you to buy 100 leads. And as soon as you buy 100 leads, give me a call and I'll explain the next step. Because there's no reason for me to sit there and give somebody the full thing when they're gonna get stuck on 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It's like checkerboard leadership. They make
100%.
I love
100%. 100%. And see, the thing is, Mac, like, see, what people find is when they're completing tasks, they're getting closer to their goal.
mm-hmm.
I call it the touchdown effect. You start off at the 0-yard line, you go 5 yards, 10 yards, first down. Small little win. 15, 20, first down, small little win. All the way into the touchdown, then you start over and do it again.
All over.
Every single month. And I just give small tasks. Like, I want you to spend the next 4 hours dialing, and I want you to book 9 appointments. After your 4 hours, give me a call, and we're going to go over everything that you just did. What objections did you hear? See, now it's actual on-the-job training.
Absolutely.
Actual on-the-job training with real scenarios. Not, oh, I guess this might come up, or this might come up. If someone says this, I want you to say that. No, I want to talk about what you've heard. I want to talk about what you've encountered. And that's how I train.
Love it.
Every brand new agent that I put direct to me, Mac, I go through a 30-minute onboarding call with each and every person. And my onboarding call, I'm not really onboarding anything. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about who they are. I want to know who their wives or husbands are, what their names are. I want to know exactly who their kids are, what their kids' names are. I want to know what city and state they grew up in, what city and state do they reside in now? Are they close to their parents? Who is your friends? Who is this? Who is this? I want to literally intimately get to know every single agent. So every single time I talk to an agent, I know their children name.
Love
I
it.
know their spouse name. This is a family feel. This is
Absolutely.
family. Does that make sense? And that's how you build it. That's how you start off by building a culture.
That's how you build it. You know
100%.
what's interesting, Bruce? The people that know the right questions to ask, they're the ones that lead well. Typically
100.
in an onboarding call, you're talking about X's and O's and how to get on this and how to do that. That's just almost a how-to, right? Versus
Correct.
the real stuff, in which, if you're taking notes, when someone is telling you what they ask, you need to ask yourself, well, first things first, is that the questions that I would ask? Because it's thinking at a different level, because those are the things that really matter, right? Let me ask you this, Bruce. Let's go back to the beginning when you started, because some people want to know, what did you do? Did you just buy 100 leads? Did you bomb? I mean, how did you start? I mean, just be real with this, and
Dude,
to end up where you are now.
Dude, check this out. So, man, bro, I love this story, man, because it was so many bumps and bruises, but so many great and beautiful experiences and wins, man. Like, so when I first started, I said, okay, I'm not going to use none of my normal money. Zero. Because at that point, that's cheating. And I don't want to cheat the process, because I know that I'm going to hire a bunch of agents that does not have my current bank account or current financial situation.
100%.
So I use $0 of my own money. I literally started off with nothing. So I said, hey, Steven, hey, give me all your old leads, bro. I want all your old leads. So he gave me leads from like 2014, 15, 16, 4, 5, 6-year-old leads.
Let's be clear.
Said,
what year was this that you were starting?
2020.
2020. You're calling 20.
It was like it was like the middle of 2020. So and you know, we were in the middle of a pandemic. Everybody's afraid of, oh, I don't want you coming to my house. So I had to overcome so many different objections of 5-year-old leads. Right. So I'm calling 2,000 leads from 2013. And my conversation was this. You ready?
Yeah.
No script. This is exactly how I booked appointments. Mack?
Yeah.
Mack, where you been?
Who is this?
My name is Bruce, man. I've been trying to get a hold of you for the last almost a couple of years. Hey, you filled out some information for final expenses and or burial service. Hey, you filled out a state regulated form. Mack, I have to get this information out to you. Now, my supervisor has me in your area tomorrow between 10 and 11. What time works best for you? Say none of them.
None of them.
Okay, perfect. Do you work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, what time do you get off of work, Mack?
About
Because I have to get this information out to you, bro.
6.
Around 6 o'clock, you get home. I'm gonna have a little dinner. I'll still be out there. So tomorrow around 7 o'clock, I'm gonna come drop off the information. It should only take about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll have a mask and gloves on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Perfect. I'll see you tomorrow. Now, let's just say if they would have sat there and said, no. Okay, hey, Mack, hey, you filled out a state regulated form. It is my job to get this information out to you. It's that important. I have to be there to drop this off to you. I absolutely have to be there. There's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts. I have to get this out to you, especially this pandemic is going on. I have to get it to you.
All right.
So let's just say they keep saying no.
No.
Hey, totally understand. Totally understand, Mack. Now there are going to be people that's going to continuously call you. People are going to start showing up at your door because, again, you filled out a state regulated form. I have to get this information out to you. So if you want to be taken out the queue, let me deliver this information to you. It'll take about 10 to 15 minutes. Are you going to be available between 6 and 7 tomorrow after you get off of work?
Tomorrow I can't do it, but maybe another day.
Okay, perfect. So not Tuesday. What about Wednesday? Wednesday around 5 or 6?
Yeah, let's say 6.
Okay, perfect. I'll be there Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I'll have my mask, I'll have my gloves, and so I can give you this information.
Boom.
That's it, dude.
That's how you booked it.
Dude, I
went through
all the way through.
Relentless.
Dude, I never relentless. Don't take no for a freaking answer. I'm in your face. Hey, and even if you say no, guess what? I'm still coming.
Regardless.
Hey, it's my job. You filled out a state regulated form. Even if I have to leave it at your doorstep, I will knock and show show some type of politeness. But I will be there tomorrow between 11 and 12. You're going to be home no matter what.
Wow. And you
No,
booked.
I can't send it to you in the mail. No, I can't do nothing. And that's how, dude, I would have about 70 tentative appointments a week. And out of 70 tentative appointments, dude, I would at least get to sit there and talk to about 25 people a week. And I would sell about 22.
There it is.
That simple, dude. Like I never took no for an answer. Unless they just hung up in my face. They hung up in my face, guess what? They went to the follow-up pile. Hey, Mac, I'm calling you again. I totally understand. Hey, you hung up on me once. I'm going to keep calling you, and you filled out a state-regulated form. I have to come see you. It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Good.
I never, ever, ever took no for an answer. So at some point, Mac, at about a few months later down the line, I said, you know what? I could probably do a couple of these over the phone, right?
And
so that's quick, before the whole.
How many families did you help your first month?
My first month, I did 33.
33. Okay.
33,000.
They gave you a little taste, right? You got that hit.
I said, dude, I sold 33,000. I sold 33 people, and I believe my comp due was so low, it was like 90% at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I had got probably like 24,000 deposited. I said, dude, this is simple. I'm about to hire everything moving. And bro, like my first month, my second month, I did 30. The third month, I did 40. Fourth month, I did 50. I just kept going.
And now, did you start? If I understand correctly, you are already hired people who were almost beating you because they already passed their exams, so they're waiting on you, right?
Right. So I hired Robert Kakish. He actually passed the exam before I did. Bro, like I think we were all in my office that I had got. It was like 15 of us studying together.
It's awesome. Now, Bruce, let me transition a little bit. We know this selling game. It's simple. That's what I love about Sean Mike. Like helping 30 families a month, it's not hard. You just got to just believe in yourself. They fill the form out. You are going to go help them out. They raise their hand saying, I need help. So this, I'm not interested, irrelevant. You knew that before you filled it out. So we're going to kind of, skip that a little bit. Let's talk about what your specialty is building. You saw something big prior to. So you got the staff and just, hey, we can just get real talk. Not everyone is in that position per se. So let's say, so we don't cheat. If someone was wanting to replicate Bruce Willis' building strategy, didn't have the capital, how would you do it from scratch? Just replicating what you did.
So simple. One of the things that I used to do, this is my advice, and it's based off of past experience. Everywhere I went, I hired. I don't care if I went out to eat. I don't care if I went to the mall. I don't care if I was at the airport. Everywhere I went, I hired.
You're recruiting people.
No matter what. Every gas station, everywhere I went. So I would fill up a room of 30 people, and I would, boom, get them going, get them hyped up. And I say, hey, I want all of you guys to bring somebody to the next week meeting. I want each and every one of you. So at some point, dude, like in our first 6 months, our BDMs, bro, we used to have like 100 people up in there.
Wow.
Just rocking the house. Why? Because I would take one agent and I would turn that one agent into 5 people. I would say, hey, Mac, I want you to do me a favor. You just got licensed. You sold your first couple of policy. How easy was it?
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. I want you to introduce me to 5 people that you know, like, and love, that you think that can do this business as well, people that you would like to work with.
Say it again.
Is that fair?
Say it again, man. Come on.
Yes, I would do it exactly like this. Mac, you sold your first couple of policies. How easy was it?
That was it. That was easy.
Perfect. That's what I want you to do. I want you to introduce me to 5 people that you know, like, love, and trust. somewhat people that you would like to actually work with. Can you do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Today is Thursday. You have them by Saturday?
Just 5 names.
Yeah, just 5 names, 5 people. I want
Yeah,
you to give them a pre-talk, and we'll all 6 of us hop on Zoom. Is that fair?
yeah, that's fair.
Okay, perfect. So 1 o'clock, I'll call you on Saturday, and we'll hop on a Zoom so we can talk to everybody.
Cool.
Dude, those like, bro, I remember there was 1 month, man, that this went so well. Like, let me tell you exactly how this went. Hired about, I had about 10 people that started that month. Start selling insurance. I had 10 people introduce me to 5 people. That was 50 people. Out of those 50, 31 of them passed their test and started writing.
Wow.
In a matter of 90 days, we went from 100K to 280 in 90 days.
90 days.
90 days.
So if you're taking notes, y'all, this is the cliff notes on if you want to build an organization. You can what I love about FFL is you can go in 2 ways. You can just sell policies and you'll make a massive amount of money, but you're just a high paid insurance salesperson, which is great. Or you can build an organization. Now, and some people overcomplicate it, Bruce. They say, I got to be the top dog. I have to know it all.
You don't have to know crap.
You don't.
You have to know crap. I'm going to be honest. Like, you know what, Mac? I hear that all the time. I would like to know, stop. You're being selfish. You're being selfish. I want you to introduce 5 people to me. And while they're learning, you're learning as well. And another great thing is this. If you introduce me to 5 people, guess what? You have a sense of responsibility now. It's going to automatically make you work harder.
100%.
Dude, like I have so many people hiring right now. It's ridiculous.
Let me ask you this. Some people are brand new. They don't understand the magnitude, the growth. They can't wrap their minds around it. Why build? How simple is it? Let's say, what are we trying to get to help?
You want me to take the gloves off?
Just take the gloves off. I mean, how do you build this thing to get to where you need to get to?
Number one, you got to always be working. This ain't going to just come overnight. Understand that you're going to take some bumps and bruises. Understand you're going to fall, but guess what? You're not going to die. You're going to get right back up and keep going. Build some tolerance. Start putting a process together now. The one true biggest thing is this. You need business capital, so guess what? You need to sell.
Gotta sell.
And I hold trainings on this every week, 3 times a week. You have to work on a block schedule. Your block schedule, this is how my guys do it. From 7 a.m. to 2 o'clock, they're selling, building capital to fund the business. From 2 to 7 at night or 6 at night, they're doing nothing but recruiting.
And Bruce, let me pause you for a second. Traditional businesses, they go to a bank. When they want to expand, they get a loan. And until they get the loan, they can't move forward. You are your own bank. You sell to create capital, right?
100%.
You got to move. Stage 1, sell.
100%.
Stage 2, what are these folks doing from 2 to 7?
From 2 to 7, dude, they're literally text blasting, number one. Number 2, are they on some type of zip recruiter, pulling up resumes, are they on career building, pulling up resumes. But our method, of course, because you're my brother company, is text blasting. Dude, you know how many people we hired from text blasting last month? I had 400 and I think 11 people.
Wow.
And it's not just me anymore. I have about 40 agents hiring at the same time. That's it.
That's it.
That's literally it. That's literally it. At some point, dude, you get so big to where you don't really even have to do the action anymore. But you have to work on a block schedule. You have to make sure you sell to build business capital to fund your business. And this is kind of how my guys do it. If they're dialing for themselves from 7 a.m. to 7:50, they're doing nothing but dialing. From 7:50 to 8 a.m., they take a 10-minute break, get away from the phones. From 8 to 8:50, they're dialing. From 8:50 to 9, 10-minute break. From 9 to 9:50, straight dialing, 10-minute break, so on and so forth. They take these 10-minute breaks because these phones can be something else.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take a step backward to take a step forward. Does that make sense? And you just got to remember that without selling, there is no building. A lot of people say, "Oh, I want to just be a builder." It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Why? Because you got to train it. You have to be able to train it. Number one. What are you going to be? The person that just points? No, that's not a leader.
You got to lead from the front.
Number two, you have to create business capital. There's so many agents out here that make it 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80,000 a month. If you're making 40, 50 grand a month, dude, you can afford everything. You can, dude, like a lot of people say, oh, well, I really would like to get an office, can't afford it. Okay, an office, let's say you spend 3 grand a month. Let's say you have one recruiter that you pay 3 grand a month. Let's say you have one contractor that you pay 3 grand a month. That's $9,000 a month. Only thing you have to do is sell 9 policies and they're paid. Everything else is just liquid.
I love it.
That's it.
That's
absolutely it. And it's just going more and more and more. And the bigger that you get, I don't want to go get that extensive because I know I don't think that's the group that we're talking to right now, man.
Right.
We're talking, but if you want to build, it has to come from selling. I think that everybody in this industry should be building.
Even the small ones. Bruce, let me
100%.
ask you can answer this because this is one of those conversations. We understand Bruce is a builder. I mean, he's helping over 1.6 a month. Sometimes if you've ever played video games, role-playing games, you get a little key that you don't use immediately, but when you get to that next level, that key you got, the current level, you need that key to get the door unlocked. This is one of those situations, right? So tell us, there's some people that have big dreams, big goals. I'm gonna give you 2 scenarios. If I was helping 20, 30, 40, let's say 20 or 30 families a month, I wanted to go faster. One strategy is to go sell more, but another strategy is to keep selling what I'm selling and go build. That's one. That you already addressed that, how to do that. The second strategy I'd like you to address is how do you get to $1 million a month? How do you break that down in bite-sized chunks so you can do the right activity now so that you get to the end eventually?
This is what you do. You want to find 5 business partners. I don't call them downline. I don't call them downlines. I call them business partners because that's exactly what we are. You get 5 business partners that have the same exact goal, dream, and aspiration as you do. Now, let's just say if it's just you, how hard is it going to be to get to 500K? But if it's 5 of you, how easy is it for 5 people to get to 100K? Naturally, your business is at 500K.
Right.
It's that simple. I hired business partners. Like in the very beginning, that was one thing that I was missing. I was just a whole bunch of agents. Keep going, keep going, keep going. No, you hire 5 business partners that have the same goal as you. And take this advice from me, do not, and I repeat, do not just deem anybody a business partner. It has to be shown in their work ethic and talks, their wants, and how they actually do the actions.
So they will identify themselves as the people you're looking for.
They will definitely identify themselves.
How do you
1,000,000%.
Just you selling, you doing the recruiting, giving them the tasks that you talked about?
Dude, all of my leaders except for 2, I've known for years. And like just like going back to what I just said, like the people that I know, like, love, trust, and believe in, like Rob Kakish. He was my sales guys for 10 years. I know him since he's been a kid. Mike Ratliff, my new agency builder. I've known him since he was 16. Crystal Rapper said, I've known her for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Before you go on, Bruce, I know what people are thinking. Oh man, Bruce, you're just lucky, man. You got the Gab gift. You know all these people. Do you believe, Bruce, that in the same way you're talking, everyone on this call, they have people in their network that they can find their people if they just searched?
100%. Like, if you do not know anybody, then my advice is for you to step your network up. Because if you do not have relationships with people, it's time to look in the mirror. And that's being real. Everybody, I'll tell the guy this. I say, okay, well, I don't really know anybody. Hey, Mack.
Yeah.
Do you have a wife? Are you married?
Yeah.
Does your wife have a brother?
Mm-hmm.
Does your wife have a sister?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Hey, Mack, do you have a best friend?
Yep.
Does your best friend have a brother? A sister? Another friend of this? Okay, hey, do you have a work acquaintance? Did that person have a brother, a sister, or any other acquaintances? Dude, like, bro, like you can sit there and talk to 10 people, and those 10 people know hundreds of people. It's just about talking and being intentional with what you're saying and how you're conveying. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Make sure you guys throw your questions in the chat because, hey, if not, that's okay. I love just talking to Bruce, having a conversation. Let me ask you this, Bruce. So, again, you said 5 people. That's the step 1 to get to 1 million. Find 5 dogs. 5 people that
5 dogs
like you that are willing to work. They want to go after their dreams. It's not a game. This is business.
Yep.
Find the 5. Then what?
I got my starting 5. Now at my starting 5, now it's time for me to go create another 5. So crazy thing is I just found another 6. So I already have 8. I just found another 6. And you know what I did for him? I just opened up another office.
Look at
this
that.
Whole thing.
Wow.
That whole thing. Dude, that's all it is. Now I have 8 offices inside of here. And all 6 of my new guys that are building a business has an office. And they're all direct to me.
Can't beat that. So
and
find 5.
You just got to keep talking.
And help those 5 find their 5.
Yep. And see, and help your 5, help that 5 find their 5, that 5 find their 5, that 5 find their 5. And while they're finding their 5, your job isn't over. You need another 5.
Copy that.
Because I'm going to just do it all over again. So one of the things that I'm doing now, Mac, I think this will be game for you guys is, dude, I'm building state by state. So Las Vegas did that. Texas, Florida, Tennessee, and another 6 here in California. So literally, state. So those are my states that I'm working: Texas, Tennessee, Nevada, California. Rob Kakish, he's doing Florida, Colorado, Northern California, and another place I forgot. Brandon, he's doing Alabama, Arizona, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Crystal Ramver said she's doing this state. Dude, we're literally controlling everywhere.
You're staking it.
All 50 states.
I love it.
100%. That's why I said, I told Steven this the other day. I said, hey, by the end of the year, dude, we'll be at 7 million a month.
7 million.
We're gonna go from 1.6 to 7 million. I see what's cooking.
So you got some questions in the chat. Someone's asking, explain your text blast process. How do you get folks? What verbiage do you put into the blasts? Again, and someone else is asking, where do you have an office in Texas yet? And if so, where is it? What city?
Not yet. So I'm trying to identify the Texas as soon as I identified 3 leaders. So only thing right now I'm doing in Texas is I'm just building, and then the leaders will identify themselves. I just have to make sure I'm paying attention.
Why an office, Bruce? Maybe before you answer that text blast question, why a physical? There's so much about virtual and being in your, at the house. Why a physical building?
Dude, face-to-face interaction is everything. It's energy. Motion creates emotion. Energy is everything. Energy is everything. When you have energy, you build a healthy synergy. Like, dude, if I'm in front of your face, dude, now, bro, we can literally look at each other and feed off of each other's energy. Man, I'm a big proponent of that. Especially when I'm training. You know what I mean? When I'm training, I like to be up front and close right there in their face.
Got it. Creates
You know what I'm saying? So
momentum.
100%. You know what I mean? Like, it's about culture. Like, I have such an amazing culture. Don't get me wrong. Like, we got drama in our agency, in our group. We all do.
Right.
But for the most part, it's like brother and brother drama.
Right.
That's it. And at the end of the day, they love each other to death, and they'll do anything for each other. Like, my team, we are one big family. I'm humongous on culture. It has to be. So, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, we have our virtual teams as well, the people that we can't get to. But for the most part, like right now I'm building. I mean, I guess my end goal, bro, is to is for the prolific group to have an office in every state that we hired in.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm just saying, dude.
Are these folks in the offices, are they doing in-homes, virtual, both?
It's crazy, bro. Half of our agency is doing in-home, half of them are doing virtual. Like, it's so weird. Like, there's people just love in-home, face-to-face interaction, man. You sell more insurance. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, but there are most of our virtual people are part-time people.
Got it.
But we went back to doing a lot of face-to-face.
Because
as soon as we went,
because not everyone is built for telesales, right?
100%. Like, it's one of those things where, it takes a special kind of person to just sit there and call all day and try to one call close all day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or, with live transfers, a lot of people can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So, I'm really big on work. If you're gonna be virtual, do be virtual. If you're gonna be face-to-face, be face-to-face. If you're gonna be hybrid, do be hybrid. I don't care how someone does it. Just execute.
Just do it. Bruce, let me ask you this.
No excuse but to produce.
I'm mediocre. I want to start building. Mediocre is, and maybe I'm helping 20, 25 families. I'm not breaking records.
Sure.
I have a family. I have a life. I want to build something where I'm just not a high-paid salesperson. How much effort are we talking? How much time do I have to really realistically put my head down? Is it literally 24/7 kind of work? What does it look like so I can educate my expectations?
If you want to uberly succeed, it has to be 24/7. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you want to be uberly successful, but let's just say you want to have you want to grow slowly, but steadily.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the first thing that they need to understand is math. Math. And this is why I say that. In the next 90 days, can you hire one person? Every single day for the next 90 days.
90
so
days.
after 90 days is done, you've hired 90 people. Let's say 30 of those people started writing. Now, you taught 30 people to produce 5,000 a month.
And real quick, Bruce, let me stop you there, because I know I got caught, and I know people are thinking it. The effort to hire one person a day for 90 days. People are thinking, oh, that's too much. What are we talking about here?
Dude, 2 hours a day.
2 hours a day. All right, cool. Everyone get that?
2 hours a day.
2 hours a day. Just reaching out. All right, so you hire 90 a day, dude, 30 people get going.
100%. Like, dude, you can sit here and hop into 100 people inbox a day, you'll hire one.
Yeah.
That's the world of mathematics, right? That's the world of mathematics. So one person a day, for the next 90 days, let's say out of those 90, 30% of them stuck and started working. You teach 30 people how to issue $5,000 a month. Sheesh, that's a policy a week.
Only 5,000.
Only.
One
Only
policy a
5,000.
week.
One policy a week, 5,000. But let me show you the beauty in math. 30 people average $5,000 a month. That's $150,000 for your team. You have a 20% override on that. You make 30 grand a month.
Boom.
You can do that in the next 90 days. You just have to make the decision. Now, a lot of people say, Bruce, it just seems like so intimidating. It's a tall order to build a humongous business. No, understand math. One a day for the next 90 days, get 30% of them writing, teach them how to do $5,000 a month. And the reason why you're going to be able to teach them how to do $5,000 a month, guess what? Because you've already done $5 grand a month.
So you know
now, if you've already done $5,000 a month, you know exactly what it takes to do 5,000. So 30 people times 5,000 is 150,000. You have a 20% override on that. That's 30 grand a month. Now it's your job to do it again in the next 90 days. Now what does your rolling 6 months look like? 60 grand a month, 60 agents doing 30 grand. 150 times 2, that's $300,000 a month. Now, if you did that for a whole year, by the end of the year, you're looking at your team doing 600,000. You have a 20% override on 600,000. That's $140,000 a month.
Passive.
And
you can do that 90 days. Duplicate.
One person a day.
One person a day. And that's why you got to put your head down. If you want to be Uber, find a way to bring one person a day. That's it. 2 hours.
Yep.
Hence the reason Hayden,
and
they were doing 100 messages a day.
Yeah, dude, it's slow. It's a slow build.
Yeah.
See, I will probably go freaking crazy if we hire one person a day. But I want you guys to understand how simple it really is. Like I said, the hardest thing about this business is understanding how simple it really is. One person a day. You sell one client a day. You hire one person. 1 plus 1.
One policy a day, hire one. One policy a day, hire one.
Now, if you do one policy a day, that should take you about 5 hours to do. 5 hours. Let's just say 6. Dedicate 6 hours to sell one policy. Now, it'll take you 2 hours to hire one. That's an 8-hour work shift.
Done.
Would you work 40 hours a week to build your business and build your family and build your income? 100%. It's just about perspective. That's all. That's what everybody is missing. Everybody is missing perspective and understanding the simplicity of math.
That's it.
The simplicity of math.
This is good. Bruce, let's close on this note. People, it's simple, but it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. That's the barrier of entry. It's supposed to keep the riffraff that don't want it out. As you start doing this, what kind of problems can we anticipate to engage? Decisions.
Say that again.
What kind of problems and difficult decisions will you have to make that you will approach as you start doing this? What kind of hard things are we expecting to have to combat?
In all honesty, I think the few hardest things is this: understanding how to manage your money, your income. That's number one. What type of bills that you need to create, and understanding that you have the opportunity right now. Let me digress real quick. Understanding that if you want to make a lot of money, you have to purchase your money. So imagine going into a store saying, hey, I'm gonna pay you $100 to give me that bottle of $1,000. That's exactly what you can do, right? You have to purchase your income. So if you want to make $50,000 a month, guess what? It takes leads.
Right.
It's not even an investment at this point. You're purchasing your income. That'll take about $5,000 to $7,000. You want to make 50 grand, right?
Yep.
So going back to it, is understanding how to manage your money and creating healthy business bills. If you have a recruiter and you're paying your recruiter $3,000 a month, in the last 90 days, how many people have that recruiter brought to your team?
Mm-hmm.
And how much override are you making on those people that they brought? So are you making $10,000 a month on the people that your recruiter recruited in the last 90 days? So if you're paying $3,000, you should at least be making $10,000 passively a month. Guess what? That $3,000 comes from that $10,000. Now you're $7,000 in a win. Understand, hiring and having a recruiter is just like buying leads.
Mm.
That's all it is. It's just you have to be able to purchase your income. So managing money. Number 2, being the master of noticer. Notice everything. Watch everything. This is your business. If you're at a restaurant and you like this waiter or waitress, give them your card. You never know who you're going to hire.
Hmm.
You never know, right? I have a guy that's doing $150,000, you know, and he was my AAA guy that came and fixed my freaking tire when I had a blowout. I gave him my card because I liked the way he sold me a freaking battery. He tried to sell me a freaking battery for my car. I'm like, dude, I'm not buying a battery from you, but I like it. Here's my card. You should call me if you want to make some money. Dude, he called me 2 days later. He got done. I told him exactly what it is, invited him down to the office, sat with him. He passed the test. He was a 30K producer every single month, start building a team.
Damn.
Guess what? All from a conversation. So understanding who to conversate with and notice who to conversate with. Number 4, watch the debt, guys. Watch people in these roll-up debt. The people that you're hiring, there's some people in this world, guys, are scumbags. They'll sit there and run up a whole big old bill and they'll escape from you.
Right.
So you want to make sure you're noticing that. You do not want to get yourself in any roll-up debt BS. And I think last but not least, have fun. This shouldn't be daunting. Have a good time, guys. Have a great time building an amazing, huge business. Write down your goals. What is your daily goal? What is your weekly goal? What is your monthly goal? What is your yearly goal? What is your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and execute.
If you're not having fun, would you say it's because you're not either inspecting what you're expecting, not making goals, you're just doing stuff randomly?
Yeah, 100%. If you're not having fun, you don't have a process, number 1. You don't have a route, number 2. You don't have a goal, number 3. And you don't know how to do 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, step 8, step 9, step 10. Have fun. Guys, like when I started this business, like a lot of people, like, man, I talked to so many integrity partners like, oh man, my life was a living hell, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, like, bro, I've been having a time of my life. Dude, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some hectic times to where it's just really busy.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I have so much fun in the process. Like my managers are like brothers and sisters to me. Stephen Yee, that's like my little brother.
Yes, sir.
Dude, Mack, that's like my big bro. Every time me and him talk, we talk for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we see each other, we give each other the biggest freaking hug. Like, I know I've met so many beautiful, amazing souls. And I've trained such amazing people. And I've inspired so many great people. Dude, I love this. I've always believed that my purpose in this world was to build and inspire people. And that's what I'm doing. So find something that you like and love about this business and work off of that. Understand that there's no pressure. There is no pressure. It's just opportunity.
That's my
That's
drop.
it. Let's keep it simple.
No
My
pressure.
drop.
Just
None.
I love it.
No pressure at all.
Guys, you're seeing them now. I tell you this, in insurance, when we talk about, again, game changer Elon Musk, if you get a chance to sit down, pick the brain of Bruce Will, you'll understand why he does things. He thinks at a different level. We didn't have the time today. He just thinks differently. He started going on. He had trouble with this. He just thought differently, right? Because he knew he was going to win. The question was simply how. Bruce, thank you. I'm speechless. Guys, take care. Take charge. Bruce, appreciate you. Looking forward to see you at the top. See you guys.
My boy.